Okay. 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 Hey, what am I doing? Who am I? I'm making a game, and I am Eric. The game is called The Godkiller. It's a top-down 3D puzzle-solving adventure game. Um, Yesterday, I had a 13-minute session where I did this. I made this little end cap thing. So altogether, this stuff is supposed to make up a level selector for the game. So if you have gone through some different levels in the game and you say, I don't want to be on this latest level that I'm at, I want to go back to an earlier level, then you pull up the level selector and you scroll up and down until you reach a thumbnail showing the level that you want to go to. I've got another mock-up of this over here. Okay, so there's the stuff that's off to the left and right, which is there just for decoration. I built that decoration basically, and if you were going to scroll up and down with this thing and find the level you went all the way down to the bottom, which is like the starting point of the game, the very first level, then you would see this end cap here, and I will move it into place so it kind of matches how it would be constructed. So these are prefabs, and I've got the end cap here. Let me see where the camera's at. Alright, the camera, let's put it here to be kind of representative. Okay, that's sort of like you're at the very start of everything. Then if I have this built out properly, oops. Never mind. Okay, so if I have this built out properly, then there'll be a bunch of these repeating in a row, or a column, I should say, making something like a hallway. And you can travel up and down inside of it to pick the level you want. So in this session today, I want to put the thumbnail into this area here that I'm moving my mouse around. So the thumbnail should be a screenshot from within the game. Not one that is a place where a player is visited necessarily. They would be selected based on is this something that will make the player remember this particular level. So if there's a unique feature of the level, like I stick like a big clock tower someplace, and that's same clock tower isn't there in all the other levels, and maybe I'll do a screenshot focused on that iconic clock tower and drop that into the thumbnail. So the level thumbs, I started a directory here to put them inside of. I've got one here as just sort of as an example, and I'm going to see if during this session, the next few hours or so, if I can get this to load in from a resource bundle and display in my prefab in this area that the player is supposed to be looking at. And that might be enough to keep me occupied for an hour or three. Okay, so let me see. First off, to make this a little bit simpler, I'm going to get rid of those extra segments that I created so that there's just one. Then I'll be less likely to be confused. Okay, So the other thing I wanted is above the base a separate polygon quad to hold the screenshot. I didn't want to use the one that the base is on because a couple of reasons. One is I need the base to extend past this seam here on the left and right to avoid sort of a shimmering Z-fighting type of a thing, or the light escaping through it in weird ways. So that base needs to be there to solidify that. The other reason is I want a little bit of a border around the screenshots. If I go back to my mock, I've got like a black border around it so that like the edge of one screenshot isn't like right up against another. And this selected blue thing around, I don't think I actually need it. I did a different mock, which is a little hard to pull up right now, that didn't use it, and it looked fine. So I'm going to make a little inset polygon to add to this thing. Let's go ahead and use Pro Builder for it. So I can do it plain. So don't want any segments. Don't want any segments on this. I don't need them. Just one quad will do it. I do already know the width and height. It's going to be standard HD. What is that? That ratio? It's a magic ratio. HD ratio 16:9. There it is. So I can just go 16 and 9, and that is probably going to be correct immediately. Build that. I'm a little concerned that it's coming in black. Did I overwrite the default Pro Builder texture? That would be kind of sucky. Okay, so I made it 16:9, and that actually causes it to be a little bit too big. Like there's no border around it. Let's see, put this down to 0. Up. Now if I leave it right there, it's going to Z-fight. So I want to go up just a little bit more, but not a whole friggin' meter. Just maybe like what, one. That's probably enough. But what's the deal with this Pro Builder default? Did I override it? No, I mean, right here it looks fine. Must be a lighting thing. I think I turned off the lighter. That's probably it. Yeah. That's it. That was the issue. Okay, cool. So that makes it a little easier for me to see what's going on with it. So let me shrink this a little bit to give it a border. Okay, I'm just trying to get this thing centered. Okay, let's call this the Alright, so I think that's going to do it. Next up, that was the very easy part. Now I got to get into this loading from asset bundle stuff, which is always kind of a pain for me. Basically, I figured out how to do it 2 times, and both times I just basically forgot all the stuff. I mean, the second and now this third time, I'm forgetting everything that I learned the first time. But I've got source code, so I can just look at my own source code. The more knowledgeable version of myself wrote months back. Let's open that as a separate project. This is the old project, which is eventually going to get all pulled over to the new project. I'm taking some pains to kind of clean up all the unneeded assets as I do that. Okay, while it's doing that, let's go over this part that is my strategy, basically. So I started thinking earlier about, like, well, how do I want to do this? First way to do it is kind of like the easiest way to code it. I would build out the entire hallway in the scene. So if I have 200 levels, I would put 200 of those level segment prefabs there in one giant hallway thing. And I would use one image, one PNG file, one texture per thumbnail. So cons, okay, pros, easiest to code. There, I'll do my special pros and cons notation. Con. Takes extra memory. Pro. Fast. No question about loading in things. I mean, as long as I've got enough video memory to load in all of the thumbnails into textures, then that's fine. Or I should say fast. Fast may be the wrong word, because if I have a bunch of individual textures, then you know, I forget what the term is, but there's some kind of instruction that gets sent to the video card that updates the texture there, and that that's bad for performance. I'm saying this in a very kind of lame, ignorant, half-assed way, but basically I understand that it's not good to have a bunch of little textures for performance, but it's fast enough. It's definitely fast enough. I'm almost 100% sure it's fast enough because there's no loading. It would all load in at one time. Fast enough after loaded. Takes extra memory. Takes extra time to load the level selector. So I would have to load in all the thumbnails. Minus extra time to update scene as new levels added, or sequence is revised. So suppose I put in 50 levels and I just stick them all in the scene with these level segments, just as I described. And then I decide I want to insert like 10 new levels like right in the middle, or I want to add a whole bunch. Well, then I have to go and do a bunch of scene editing. Oh man, I got hiccups. Always, this chair gives me hiccups. I'll try to defeat my hiccups with masterful posture and breathing. Okay, so then I would have to go in, like, edit 3D modeling style the scene to revise the collection of levels, as opposed to number 3, which I'll get down to, where it'll be more of a data-driven or settings file-driven creation. Okay, number 2. In this one, I would at least put multiple. Oh god, the stupid hips. Okay, I'm gonna take 30 seconds to be perfectly quiet and just type, and hopefully my hiccups will go away in that time. Okay. I think I've succeeded in conquering my hiccups. So, I don't know. I don't feel like talking about this too much. Let me see how far we are. Okay, that's good. So, by the way, this is like what the proper game looks like. I'm not gonna hit play on it because I'm busy. I'm busy with other stuff. Busy, and also there's errors down here to fix. But I did come over here because I wanted to, just an easy way to bring up the code from the other project. Oh, you're going to close my other work? Okay, I'll save it at least. God damn, this is a janky half-assed editor. I can only have one project source open at a time? This is going to be a pain in the ass. Okay, so the thing I wanted to get to was stuff with asset bundles. Where did I have my code that loaded asset bundles? So there's a few things here that I want to kind of pack up in a suitcase and bring over with me. Let's face you to it. No, that's the wrong kind of face. Okay, here's my asset bundle code. It's almost like I need to open this in a different IDE, just so I can reference it easily. Or maybe I'll just copy this file off into like Google Docs. Oh, I think I will. Okay, here we go. That didn't work fabulously. It's still like all white and everything. Alright, good enough though. Good enough. So I can do maybe... There I can read that. Okay. So that is the code for loading in bundles is in this file. Then there's another thing for animating faces. Okay, this is the other part I wanted to have. So after I load in a texture from the asset bundle, I also need to be able to draw the texture. Oh, but this code is going to do it as GUI though. I don't want GUI. I don't want it to be drawn on top of everything. I want it to be like drawn into a material that's applied to that polygon. Huh. I don't think I've ever done that before, so this will be new. Okay, let me just quit out of here. I think I got everything I needed from that project, so I can close it. Okay. Alright, I already know that I don't want to do 1 or 2. I want to do number 3. I think it's the best choice. If it doesn't work, I'll go back to 1 or 2. Or if it starts getting too hard or something. So one thing I always hate doing is this whole thing about having to build an asset bundle. But I'll do it anyways. So resources, level thumbs. Let's set this to a new asset bundle. Level thumbs. What's this? Okay, all lower. So if I remember right, before I can access this, I think I have to build it. Because then it won't be present until I do. I think that's how it works. Before I make that assumption, I'm going to see if I can load it without building it. This is the part I just forget how to do it, and then once I write the code and it's working, then I forget it again. It just never sticks in my head. I just don't use it enough. But like this loading of resources stuff, it tends to get abstracted away and kind of wrapped away inside of some utility functions every time. I don't like continuously write the asset bundle stuff every time, so that's why I forget it. Like even here, this whole class is just abstracting over the top of the asset bundle loading stuff, so I don't have to think about it. Okay, so that's why I forget it, but that's okay. Our usings in. Which one does this come from? Oh, is that one that I wrote? Or is that one that comes from... I don't think I wrote that. Okay, I forget. Asset bundle util. Oh, it's looking like something I wrote. Okay, I must have wrote it. Okay, let's take a look. Again, abstracting over Unity stuff. I forget how the original thing was written. Well, this kind of makes sense to just add back in. So let me. Yeah, actually, I'm glad to copy this over. It'll save me some hassle. Okay. Because I already went through some trouble figuring out the path that this was going to be at, and so that should help me a little bit. Then I've got some code here that I would use to just make it really simple to create the asset bundles later on. Okay. What is, I think I can do better than this. Load thumbs bundle. Found out I don't need to keep on writing private. I can just omit public, and that is the same thing as private. Okay, const string level thumbs bundle name equals thumbs. Okay. So that should load the asset bundle. It's not correct for it to be in this class, but for now I'll leave it. And I can do public start. Do it better. We can do private void start. And you can check out if this works or not. I think it won't work. I think it will not work yet. I think I actually have to build the bundle before it will work. But it would be a nice feature of Unity if it just somehow figured it out that during development, any resource that was assigned the bundle could run in the editor and be loaded via this asset bundle load from file thing. That would be a nice feature. I don't think it's there though, but I'm gonna try it, because if I'm wrong and it is there, then that's good news for me. Build. build was successful. Okay, let's just run this in the debugger. Here we go. So this should fail. Spam bot in my chat. I don't know where the things are on Twitch that will just like let me ban these kind of crappy bots type. What will the file path be? Oh, it didn't go in. But I'm assuming it'll be assets, asset bundles, bundle name. And that's not the right name anyways. So this is definitely gonna fail. Yep, cool. Let's get the name right. I still don't think it matters, but let's get it right. Level thumbs, no hyphen. Okay. Yep. All right. And then let's try building the asset bundle. What are you asking me to save? I don't get it. Let's just save everything first. Save project. Save scene. What? Like, this is so bad. I do build and run, and it gives me this weird dialogue, to be honest. It's just like there's no title to it. What am I saving? Am I saving like an executable? Or maybe just I'll go into build settings. Okay, build. What? Random name. And I don't want it to go in. Okay. What does it do? Okay, it makes an app. So whatever name I give it, it's going to create an app. I didn't really even care about building the app, but what I should have gotten that's the problem. I just always forget, like, this weird little process. I just always forget it. So what is this? Assets. Nothing there. I mean, I seriously doubt that it built the thing I wanted. Let me just run the player for kicks. That's nice. Oh, I forgot about this too. How do you, if you don't make a quit, how do you get out of it? Control C. So I guess I must make a quit button, or it's just gonna do this. Quit. I can't quit you. Okay, there, it quit. Good. Alright. So this is kind of garbage. I don't really need it. I was just hoping as a side effect it would build the asset bundles. I doubt they work. I doubt I did it right. Because I don't see them appearing inside of my structure. Alright, but let's try it. Let's try it. Oh, still no. Okay, is this a deal where I need to... How did I do this before? Unity, how to create asset bundle. Okay, that makes more sense. No. Not Unity 4. Not legacy asset bundles. This is obsolete information. Maybe this is better. It looks like there's maybe a new way to do it. Okay. Well, this is like maybe a different way to do it, but maybe it's better. Oh, so far I like this. Like the first thing that I was complaining about, or hoping that Unity would do, I think this might do it. Like it might be able to reference an asset and use it during development without having to build an asset bundle. Okay. No problem. I'm gonna figure it out. Sounds good. Sounds good. Oh man, am I gonna have to? Okay, so sounds like something I need to install. Let's try that. Try that first. I'm just a little reluctant to dive into it quite yet. I just want to see a little bit further what I need to do. I'm gonna see if I can just get rid of this stupid bot. Yep, you're gone. Or at least you're gone from my screen. Okay. So this part so far looks kind of cool. Path, assets, resources, cube, prefab. Yeah, so far, not bad. Okay, is there something to free the asset too? Makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna try it. It makes actually more sense than the legacy way. So let's see how it does. So there's a new checkbox here, addressable. And this part here I'm going to remove from the asset bundle. I don't want to like double up. If this guy has a way of doing it, this new addressable thing, then I just want to use that. Okay, so let's say addressable. So we'll move the files to project resources moved. No. That's dumb. I'm okay. I'm willing to rename this if that helps you. Okay, I think it just had a problem with the name being resources. Okay. So that's pretty cool. Let me open this up. No, that doesn't help me. There's some other window to get to. Addressables. Groups. Maybe? I wonder if it found like an asset bundle that I created from the build. See, I wish it would tell me what it saw that was an asset bundle. Like if there's a third party thing that it's looking at, is it finding an asset bundle with Pro Builder and trying to convert it? For now, I'm gonna hit ignore. Okay. Okay. So I think that I built this addressables thing it needs. Maybe. maybe it's already in Unity engine? Let me try that. Come on. So I think it was Unity engine address. But there's some issue with that. Let me see if I can do a fresh build and maybe get it to work. I hate like code samples that just don't work. Documentation that doesn't work. I want to see if this file's here. Oh, there it is. Okay, I like that. But what's up with this? Come on. All right, let me see. $27. Oh, right, sure. That's fine. Okay. It's not going to be able to return a texture right away because it's asynchronous. So I forget what it's supposed to return. But I just want to see if okay, that's all fine. Okay, so the build problem is something specific to Visual Studio and what it thinks ought to be available. Unity build is successful. Clean all. and build all. Build successful. Cool. Okay, that's done with that part, I guess. Although it's still being annoying at me. Like it builds. Yeah. Just this IDE is gonna complain, even though it shouldn't. Oh, there. No, that went away. Nope, it didn't. Oh well, I'm just not gonna worry about it. I've had these kinds of problems before, and eventually they just sort of clear up. So then, let's get the address right. And I should just look up the address here. Okay, and then what does this function? Okay, it's going to return some object that has a completed collection, I guess. I don't know what kind of data it is, but now what do you want here? Don't need to make all these static. Texture. Thumb texture. Okay. That's a question. Will it... I want to know what this thing actually returns, so I can take a look at it when it returns. I don't want to just use the member here. Okay, so the function I want to know about, addressables. just give me a normal method documentation. Okay. Addressables. Okay. Async operation handle. Okay, got it. Async operation handle texture. Async op equals. It'd be great to have the IDE actually recognize the namespace and packages and everything, so I could actually have a useful feedback while I write code. Okay, now what's failing? Async operation handle. Async operation handle. I think I wrote that. Okay, where is async operation handle defined? There we go. I could try like that. I don't get it. All right. Just put this back how it was for now. Clean all, build all. Okay, that's successful. Let me set breakpoints and try it out. What? Oh, duh. Okay. Oh, look at that. That's pretty cool. Nice, 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 nice. Okay. So if I have a texture, the next step would be like set it in a material or something. Here, let me. Okay, Unity. Play. Texture to material. Or really, I want to create. I want to create. Unity runtime. Well, this might be it. Okay. So I get the renderer. I'm not going to write this in a real nice way. I'm just going to see if I can just get it to work. Renderer. Let's be more specific. Mesh renderer. Renderer equals get component mesh renderer. Okay. What did they say next? Thumb texture is not equal to null. Let's use it. Let's set it. All right. This could be cool. Annoying. Don't worry about it. Okay. Let's go. No renderer on the component. Okay. Oh, I know why. I know why. Because I'm getting the top level game object, which has no renderer. I need the child. Bring me the child. Okay. So This one I also had previously written. This guy here. So let's copy it across. Path is it's just thumb. Okay. Oh, I'm sweater threading. Main object, where are you coming from? Oh, cool. The other stuff stopped bulking. Okay. Okay. Renderer. Cool. Oh, come on. Okay. Cool. Renderer. Yes. That's getting pretty close to working. It's actually is showing the thumbnail. It's just showing it tiled. I don't want it to be tiled. but we're getting there. And actually, that should be the easy part. We'll see. Okay, so Pro Builder. Might as well remove some of this stuff. I don't need the collider. Yeah, let's see what the... There. That should help. Tiling is 1-to-1. Is that? I think that'll make it stretch. We'll see. Okay. Let me save all this before we just really fuck something up. Let me save it. Okay, don't need this. Alright, there's going to be some setting on this. I just forget what it is. Try that first. It probably won't work. Oh. Not sure what I'm quite looking at. It looks like maybe I need to, maybe it's like 1 divided by 16, 1 divided by 9. Let's try that. Nope. Alright. And another thing I can do, make a runtime change to it. So if I go so I'm just trying to set it up so I can easily play with the scaling numbers and get an idea of what's actually going to be correct. Okay. Update them. That. And might as well make this range. -10f to 10f. All right. Trying to get past all these privates. So I know that the default is it's going to be private scope. Might as well. Okay, I can take out that. Take out that. Take out that. Don't need this. All right. It's an irritating warning here. Okay. There, need to make this not maximize, and then switch back to the scene. I can play with this. weird. Oh. Okay, so 6, 1, 6, 5, 6, 4, 6, 3, 5, 6, 2, 5. Okay, I just went too far before. 7, 6. Okay, I'm not trying to figure it out exactly this way. I just want a clue as to what the correct math is in order to calculate it correctly. So 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 5, 1, 9, 8, 9, 5, 9, 1, 1, 2, 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. 0.0626. Okay, and this is like 0.11111111, maybe. Who knows? It's not really useful to keep going out more digits because after a bit I can't really see what it's doing. Now that I said negative here, if I just make that positive, is it going to flip it? Yeah. Okay, that's probably more the correct scale right there. Okay, 0.06. Bring up the calculator and just try a few things to see if it's kind of lining up. So what is 1 divided by 16? Yeah, that's it. That was one of the first things I put in, but I did integers, and I think that set it to 0. And I'm going to guess that 1 divided by 9 is the other one. Yeah, okay. So one of my guesses was correct. I just didn't merge it in the right way. So let's do. This will be 1f divided by 16f, and this will be 1f divided by 9f. 16 and 9 are just the aspect ratio for HD, which is what I modeled. My thumbnails after. Okay. Okay. Play. That's it. Did what I said I would. So my success is that I made an addressable asset, meaning an asset which I can use during development and refer to it in code to load it, or if I build it in a player, I should also be able to refer to it in code in the same way. And I took that addressable asset of a thumbnail image and I displayed it on a texture, which is what I need to do to create like one possible level location that you can select and go to. So that is a great stopping point. That is victory. That smells like victory. And I like to end with a good, clean win. So stopping the stream right now.